friends, welcome back to my channel. We're here today with another Vlogmas video, another in our series where we're going through a different book list every day, and we're trying to see how many of the books I've read and how many of the books you've read. And I'm pretty sure with this list most of you will beat me, because the books that we're going to highlight today are pretty popular, but I've only read a few of them. So this list comes to us courtesy of Doris from All the Books. I'll link Doris's channel down below. She sent me a video, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to link the video, but I will insert the picture here so you can see one of the many bookshelves that Doris has. And we're going to go through this list together, go through her shelf together, and see how many of the books we've read. So she said it's a pretty random assortment of books. They're about 17, 19. We'll see. So here are the books. First is The Unseen World by Liz Moore, which I checked out from the library a few times and never read. So no, I haven't read The Unseen World yet. Next is a book that I want to read very soon, but I haven't yet. It's A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. It's on a list. It's on many of these lists, the canon. I will get to it someday soon. So no, I haven't read it yet. So far, 0 for 2. Next is a book that I own and have owned for a little while but haven't read yet, and that is My Absolute Darling by Gabriel. I think Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading recommends this book as well. No, haven't read it yet. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, I read and really enjoyed. And then maybe after looking back, I'm wondering if maybe there were some things about the book that maybe I shouldn't have liked as much. But I really enjoyed this book. Really liked it when I read it. So Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, I have read. Next is Illumination of Ursula Flight by Anne-Marie Crowhurst. No, I haven't read that. The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker, I read because it was a finalist for the BookTube Prize 2 years ago. And I have read it. So yes, so far we're at 2. Circe by Madeline Miller, I have read. The Gustav Sonata by Rose Tremaine, I have not read. Next is The Invention of Wings by Sue Monk Kidd, I have not read. I have been meaning to read one of her books. She's a person who wrote The Secret Life of Bees, right? No, I haven't read that yet. Next is The Mermaid and Mrs Hancock by Imogen Hermes Gower. I have not read, but I have heard a lot about this book. It was really popular on BookTube a couple of years ago. I haven't read it yet. But I did read the book that won the BookTube Prize that year, Ladder to the Sky by John Boyne. Yes, own, read. Wendell Berry's The Memory of Old Jack. That's a no for me. I haven't read it. Don't know if I've ever even heard of it. The Flat Chair by Beth O'Leary. I have not read. How Not to Die Alone by Richard Roper. I've heard this book. I've seen this book. I've heard about the book. Haven't read it. But I did read Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I read, I own, love. The Great Tide by Ruby Lee Hall. I have not read. I've never heard of it. But Doris explained why this book is on her shelf. It is a book that is meaningful to her. I think she said it's set in her hometown, or the author's from her hometown, one of those things. So yeah, I haven't read it though. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, BookTube darling. No, I haven't read. The Corset by Laura Purcell is up on the top of her shelf. No, I haven't read. But Diane Setterfield's Once Upon a River, I read as a galley from NetGalley when it was first being released. And I really love that book. And I've been meaning to read the finished copy, just to see maybe, how it is in its final published form. So yeah, of the 19 books, I've read 6. So those are my stats. Would love to know in the comments down below how you did. If you did better on this shelf than other shelves, how these lists are comparing for you. If you find that you do better on maybe the bookshelves of people, booktubers, versus these random lists that I sometimes bring. So yeah, big thanks again to Doris for giving us the tour of one of her many bookshelves, and we look forward to seeing more of Doris's bookshelf on Doris's channel. So go check out all the books. Let's chat down there. Let me know what your stats are. And until we come back for another Vlogmas video, happy reading. Bye.